What happens to us after we die? A question as old as human consciousness itself. Our existence, our identity, our very consciousness is wrapped up in this enigma. The notion of an afterlife, a continuation or cessation of consciousness beyond mortal confines, has been a topic of debate for millennia. In recent years, skepticism towards the traditional idea of an afterlife has grown. As traditional religious beliefs wane and scientific understanding fails to provide definitive answers, we find ourselves in a realm of uncertainty. This uncertainty has given rise to three main perspectives: belief in an afterlife, skepticism, and uncertainty. Belief in an afterlife, for many, is an extension of faith. It's the comforting assurance of a realm beyond, a continuation of the soul's journey. But the lack of empirical proof leaves this perspective open to skepticism. Skeptics, often rooted in materialism, dismiss the idea of an afterlife, considering death as the absolute end of consciousness. Then there are those who dwell in the realm of uncertainty, neither completely dismissing the idea of an afterlife nor fully embracing it. This uncertainty stems from the fact that the concept of an afterlife is tied to our understanding of consciousness, a phenomenon that we are yet to completely comprehend. Misunderstandings often arise when consciousness is not properly defined. This lack of a clear definition leads to debates about the survival of the soul or individual identity beyond death. Do we retain our individuality in the afterlife, or do we merge into a singular consciousness? The answer to these questions greatly influences one's stance on the afterlife. But it also highlights the subjective nature of belief systems and the need for an unbiased understanding of consciousness. In this exploration of the afterlife, we are not just probing the mysteries of existence beyond death. We are also delving into the very nature of consciousness, our awareness of existence and experience. The afterlife, a concept shrouded in mystery, rooted in faith, or dismissed by skepticism. This is the beginning of our journey into the unknown, a journey that will challenge our beliefs, our understanding of reality, and perhaps our very perception of consciousness itself. At the heart of the afterlife debate lies the enigma of consciousness. A word so familiar yet so elusive, consciousness is the linchpin that holds together our understanding of life and, by extension, death. It's a term we use casually, but do we really know what it means? The lack of a clear, universally accepted definition of consciousness often muddies the waters of discourse, leading to intense debates about the survival of the soul or individual identity post-mortem. Does consciousness cease to exist when the physical body dies, or does it transcend the corporeal, continuing its journey in an afterlife? The answer largely depends on one's understanding of consciousness. For some, consciousness is a product of the brain, a materialistic view that leaves little room for an afterlife. For others, it's an integral part of our spiritual existence, suggesting a reality beyond the physical realm. But here's a thought. What if we could all agree on a universal definition of consciousness? If we view consciousness as the awareness of existence and experience, then anything that falls outside the realm of experience becomes, in essence, inconsequential. This perspective challenges the conventional notions of individuality. The idea of a singular universal consciousness, where every conscious being is but a manifestation of this primordial awareness, presents a radical shift in understanding. And there's more. Insights from quantum physics suggest that consciousness is fundamental, a pre-existing state that gives rise to the material world, not the other way around. This debate between the primacy of mind and matter further underscores the subjective nature of belief systems. The proponents of consciousness as the foundation of reality argue for a re-evaluation of our assumptions. They contend that consciousness, being non-local and immutable, defies conventional notions of birth and death. This opens up the possibility of an afterlife, not as a religious or spiritual construct, but as a natural extension of consciousness itself. Consciousness, a key player in the grand theater of life, and perhaps death. Its understanding is paramount to furthering the discourse on the afterlife, a discourse that requires us to transcend personal biases and embrace new perspectives. Because isn't that what consciousness is all about? Awareness, understanding, and the courage to question the status quo. Quantum physics, an unexpected ally in the exploration of consciousness and the afterlife. This science, known for its uncanny and often mind-bending phenomena, offers some intriguing insights into the nature of consciousness. Consider the idea of a singular consciousness, a concept that challenges our conventional notions of individuality. Quantum physics, in its exploration of the subatomic world, hints at a pre-created state where consciousness is not an emergent property of complex arrangements of matter, but something more fundamental. Imagine a reality where consciousness is not an outcome, but the very foundation. In this reality, every particle, every wave of energy, every moment of time is a manifestation of this singular consciousness. Here, individuality is not lost, but rather it is expanded to encompass the entirety of existence. This perspective brings us face to face with a profound debate: the primacy of mind and matter. Is consciousness a byproduct of matter, an emergent property of complex neural networks as materialists suggest? Or is it the fundamental reality, the canvas upon which the material world is painted? This debate highlights the subjective nature of belief systems. Our perception of reality, our understanding of consciousness and the afterlife, these are all shaped by our deeply held beliefs. To challenge these beliefs is to invite a radical shift in perspective. Yet proponents of consciousness as the bedrock of reality urge us to do just that, to reevaluate our assumptions. They argue that consciousness, being non-local and immutable, defies our conventional notions of birth and death. So what if consciousness is indeed fundamental, existing beyond space and time, beyond birth and death? What would that mean for our understanding of the afterlife? If consciousness is not confined to the physical body, could it continue to exist, to experience even after the body ceases to function? Could consciousness, non-local and immutable, defy conventional notions of birth and death? To explore the afterlife, one must first depart from the harbor of entrenched beliefs. This journey demands a willingness to reassess the familiar, to challenge the convictions we've held close, and to navigate the uncharted waters of uncertainty. Our quest is not to confirm or deny the existence of an afterlife, but to understand the nature of consciousness and its implications for existence beyond the tangible realm. The key to this understanding lies not in the affirmation of preconceived notions, but in the cultivation of an open, inquisitive mind. It's about fostering an environment ripe for fresh inquiry, where questions are welcomed and exploration is encouraged. It's about transcending the barriers of bias, breaking free from the shackles of skepticism, and stepping into the realm of unbiased understanding. Our comprehension of consciousness is not a destination, but rather an evolving journey. It's an expedition that ventures into the depths of our existence, probing the intricate fabric that weaves us into the vast tapestry of the universe. This journey challenges the conventional notions of individuality, urging us to consider the possibility of a singular, universal consciousness. As we tread this path, we encounter the profound insights of quantum physics, hinting at a pre-created state where consciousness is fundamental. This perspective invites us to reevaluate our assumptions, to consider that consciousness, non-local and immutable, defies the conventional notions of birth and death. This exploration is not about arriving at a definitive conclusion, but about embracing the journey itself. It's about shedding the fear of the unknown, embracing the uncertainty, and finding solace in the pursuit of understanding. It's about acknowledging that our beliefs are not the final word, but merely stepping stones towards a deeper comprehension. The afterlife, then, is not a final destination, but a journey of understanding. It's a voyage that transcends the physical realm, delving into the profound mysteries of consciousness and existence. A journey that begins with a single question: what happens to us after we die?